Back! Welcome back to part 2 of TNA Wrestling. 17 Wrestling. It's Christmas Day. I really should be getting on with recording the weeks prior wrestling stuff to you guys, but yeah, as you can see, that needs editing together, which I'll do in a bit. But yeah, I wanted to get on with this today. I felt more inclined to do this. In a poor match, Angelina Love defeated Turn 12 11:06 by Honda Lights Out. Turn 12:35, Angelina Love 50, a 49D plus. We are at the MA Angus Arena tonight, and this is Explosion. And then we got a promo. First promo done. This promo's not suited his gimmick. Well, hold your horses. Joshi's actually done it. He's now arrogant heel. This past Sunday night pay-per-view, we won our match. We are one of the most dominating tag teams in the TNA tag division. And mine's like, two men joined behind the backs of our friends, and together, TNA is our roster. And anybody put in front of the Silent Rage will be destroyed. 37D- will move on, and they're in action. And above had Subpar Wrestling a little heat. The Silent Rage defeat Red Dragon in 9:44 when Bram defeated Kylie Ray by another curb stomp. Kylie Ray over 48, Bobby Fish 45, Marty Skull 39, Bram 45, Noah Prince 49D plus. In above I didn't have much heat until Wrestling. Jay Lethal defeated Crazy Steve in 9:52 by the flying elbow drop. Lethal 44, Crazy Steve 26. These two don't click, 40D-. And then your main event of Explosion Time, above a good wrestling, a decent match crowd. Mr. Anderson defeated John Henning in 14:38 by pin on the mic check. John Henning 70, Mr. Anderson 64. Henning in performance, 70C plus. I want to show you that the one night onlys are back. They're going to be live on TV. And our first one is $5 million or $50,000 tournament. We've got Old School coming up after Sacrifice, King of the Mountain, which will be a tournament, Dream Matches, Joker's Wild's back, Night of Extreme, Tag Team Tournament, Christmas Party, Extravaganza, Rivals, Unsanctioned, and then Knockouts Knockdown. So they're all happening. I think Unsanctioned and Knockouts Knockdown might be swapped. But yeah, 70C plus for the main event. We'll end this episode with a 62C. That's a brilliant episode of Explosion. Hopefully the fans enjoy as much as I did making it in the game universe. And we'll see you guys for TNA Impact when we'll hear from the new world champion, AJ Styles. Thanks for watching, guys. I was wrong. There's no AJ Styles tonight. He is over in Japan, from what I can tell, with New Japan Pro Wrestling. But it's not an issue. I've got a great opening angle for you guys tonight. I absolutely adore this backdrop from the Sacrifice pay-per-view from this year. 6,300 people have sold out the Angus Arena tonight. We've got a huge main event to replace the AJ Styles match I had planned. But in a pre-show bad Subpar Wrestling in all heat, Peter Black, Mark Haskins, Alligator, and Christian York defeat Pete Dunne. Rockstar Spud, Kid Cash, and Tom Lawler in 5:18 when Alligator defeated Rockstar Spud by the Mexican Splash. York 39, Alligator 43, Mark Haskins 46, Peter Black 55, Tom Lawler 46, Kid Cash 38, Rockstar Spud 44, and Pete Dunne 36. Christian York in performance and Pete Dunne in performance. These two are on a one night only deal, but Kid Cash will probably get signed permanently back to the X Division because we need one of those. A medial contractual ligament sprain. Well done, Alligator. In a push red sub pricing, Lil Heaton and Dashwood, Brittany, ODB, Mickey James, Madison Rain defeat Alpha Female, Brooke Tessmacher, Gail Kim, Rebel, and Tara in 6:22 when Mickey James defeated Rebel by pinfall from the Mickey DT. Rain 57, Mickey James 52, ODB 54, Brittany 35, Dashwood 44, Tara 57, Rebel 44, Gail Kim 63, Brooke Tessmacher 35, and Alpha Female 37. ODB in performance, Rebel improving in technical until and Dashwood in performance. 54C-. No, who need... Oh yeah, we're having a gimmick change for you, ain't we? Badass, so go 54C-. In a decent pre-show match, Generation Me defeat Bad Influence in 7:52 by pinfall. Wonder Cherry Book defeat Chris Daniels by pinfall at 4:50 splash. Jeremy Book 60, Max Book 656, Kazarian 62 and Daniels 70. Jeremy Book in Rumble and Technical, nice 69C+. In a decent pre-show match, Eli Drake, John Henning, Kevin Steen, MVP, and defeat Keith Lee, Rob Terry, Hernandez, and Colt Cabana in 7:41. When MVP defeat Keith Lee by pinfall Painmaker. Cabana 57, Hernandez 51, Hernandez 53, Rob Terry 28, Keith Lee 47, MVP 63, Kevin Steen 59, John Henning 63, and Eli Drake 52. Noah Prince 59C. No. Another guy who needed a gimmick change, and there that's happened. Awesome. In a terrible pre-show match, the Bromans defeat Mustache Mountain and the Von Erichs at 7:49. The elimination was Mustache Mountain first and the Von Erichs. Tyler Bate 32, Trent 7:33, Robbie E 35, Jesse 30, Marshall Von Erich 32, Ross Von Erich 38, Trent 7 and Forms 38 D-. In a pre-show, Terrible Wrestling non-system crowd heat, Velvet Sky and Tony Storm defeat Mischief and Mandy Malone, who were here on a 1-night deal. In 602, and Velvet Sky defeat Mandy Malone by pin the double knee backbreaker. Mandy Malone 23, Mischief 39, Tony Storm 19, Velvet Sky 51, Tony Storm in Performance 42D. There is a cat playing with a spider, if you can't hear that. Right, so, as you know, Marufuji is on a permanent contract with Impact Wrestling, or TNA Wrestling, sorry, now. So all these guys, but Mikey Whipwreck, Jesse Neal, Yoshitotsu and Chris Harris have been brought in for 190 deals. And in future ads, Pro Wrestling Honors is Crowley, Brian Cage, EC3, Cobo, Knox and Samuel Shaw defeat Chris Harris, Yoshitotsu, Marufuji, Mikey Whipwreck, and Jesse Neal on 7:36. And Brian Cage defeat Jesse Neal by pin of the pump handle facebuster. Neal 30, Whipwreck 28, Marufuji 58, Yoshitotsu 45, Harris 32, Shaw 34. Knox 40, Jeff Cobb 45, Ethan Carter 51, and Brian Cage 28. Knox in Performance and Yoshitotsu in Technical. Knox and Samuel Shaw will be released after tonight because I don't like him, to be honest. Yoshitotsu sustained a partridge rupture subclus in this match, nice. And Samuel Shaw got blamed, well, that's a good job he's going. So tonight, even though he's not back full time, we brought Kurt Angle back just to kind of get a bit of a pop in our 72B- opening angle because we are competing with SmackDown tapings tonight. SmackDown are taping, so we've got to kind of put all our stops out for it. So your new TNA champion is a waste of space and wants to be in Japan tonight. Well, AJ, you're not a true champion then, are you? No, you should be here and be proud to be here. But no, yesterday, day after Victory Road, you got on an aeroplane and flew away with the title like you did in December, and it is bullshit. I am the champion. Bullshit. The champion should be in this ring every week, not going to other companies. AJ, I'm going to kill you next week when you come back. I'm going to destroy you. I'm not waiting to sacrifice. I'm not waiting until I win the one night only event. I'm going to be next. I'm going to be ready next week. And then Kurt Angle's music hits, and he comes out to a huge pop from the fans, and he's like, if we all get signed, I'm not cleared to wrestle, and I won't be until after Summerversary at the latest. I know, but I am out here to deal with this loser, remind him how he won the title in the first place. AJ is out there representing TNA on the New Japan Tour, and next week he'll be here defending that title right here live, unlike you. And when I come back and when I get cleared to fight, I am coming for you, Magnus. So 72B-, great way to open up TNA. He's injured but available for Angle, so we might see a bit more of Kurt Angle. I've got some plans for him until he's available to come back, but a brilliant promo from them two tonight. In our good match, Rob Van Dam defeated Abyss in a chain match in 7:10 by pin of the 5-star Frog Splash. RVD 68, Abyss 66, Noah Prince 71C+. In above our decent wrestling, but on retreat, the American Wolves defeat the Briscoes in 7:50 when Dave Richards defeat Mark Briscoe by pin for the Shooting Star Press. American Wolves make defense number 1 of the TNA World Tag Team titles. Mark Briscoe 57, Jay Briscoe 58, Eddie Edwards 67, Dave Richards 69, Davey and Flying 68C+. And then the Bromans come out and Jesse's like, last night we were cheated out of the TNA World Tag Team titles. You guys cheated to beat us, and it's not going to stick. Where is the idiot anonymous president when you need him? He's in a big meeting with Spike this week. Basically, I've got this idea in my head that because he's in a business meeting with Spike, they've just put a sticker on the laptop this week. The laptop's there and it's just got a massive sticker saying, not available in a business meeting. Look, rules. The one night only is coming up, but that's not good for us. It's got nothing to do with us. So let's think. Sacrifice. Live. Let's do the match we was meant to this past Sunday night, but Challenge TV in the UK stopped us. It's going to be Full Metal Mayhem, and we will get the titles back. So there is quite a few shots tonight fucking aimed at Spike TV. Believe you me, I take a lot of shots in 2 promos tonight about, and of course you can tell which 2 that's going to be, because I'm really pissed off that they wouldn't let me do the Full Metal Mayhem match. So all events will now be on Bravo in the UK, which will let me to do all of that. they will let me do these matches, so I'm going to move everything over to them, and that way then there's no issues. The American Wolves will be in action against the Bromers in a ladder match. Hooray! All tables, ladders, chairs, full metal mayhem in TNA World. In above a decent wrestling below heat, hopefully you can now tell, but I've separated half of the roster off into an X Division sort of thingy-majig. In above a decent wrestling below heat, Matt Sydal, T. Grey Uno, TJ Perkins, Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Kenta, Loki, Will Ospreay, and Zema Ion 815, when TJ Perkins defeated Will Ospreay both on the leg trap sunset bomb. Sabre Jr. 49, Perkins 46, T. Grey 51, Sydal 60, Ion 49, Ospreay 55, Loki 59 and Kenta 61, Zack Sabre Jr. and Technol 59C. And then Madison Rain's there, and she's like, and Joan Bosch is with her, and he's like, welcome back to Impact. Joining me at this time, Madison Rain, who lost her Impact Knockouts title this past Sunday of Victory Road. And then it's like, Kong, who was the bigger and better women's wrestler, but this past Sunday night. And tonight you've got Aja Kong facing you for that title, but I'm going to warn you now. It's going to be sacrifice when I regain my Knockouts title. This is my TNA, and Kong, you just got lucky. So she's basically going, well, yeah, well done, you got the title, brilliant. But remember, you got lucky. And Aja Kong has joined TNA Wrestling, and she will be wrestling tonight against her tag partner from Japan, the phenomenal Awesome Kong. So Aja Kong versus Awesome Kong is on Impact. 48D, 49D plus, and there's like Chris Sabin's backstage. And he's like, so TNA want to hold me back by making the X Division a division? It's all bullshit. They suck all the great talent away from the crowds, and now Sonata's cashing in his rematch. It is bullshit and needs to be dealt with. TNA need to realise their X Division champion is not happy, and that means TNA could fall apart. So yeah, he's going, well, I'm not happy about this. I've won the bout this past week in the Brilliant Ultimate X match. But now TNA Wrestling are going to be locking away the talents in this X Division. Oh, Adam Cole's now up in the god. Nice. So yeah, I've decided that certain wrestlers like Kenta, Sonata, all of these good talent that are, in that weight class should be in the X Division weight class. Lightweight, which is about set to lightweight. I will be bringing back certain title belts. I will be changing all the belts, and when I do, I will give you a little video showing you all the designs of the belts so you can kind of picture it a bit better. And we do have four-sided rings on the pay-per-views and house shows, but I'll be having 6 sides at the one night onlys, 49D plus. In the Bad Subpar Wrestling and non-existent crowdy, Awesome Kong defeated Aja Kong in 7:49 by pin with the Flying Splash. Aja Kong makes defense number 1 of her TNA knockouts. Feel My Monster gimmick, average. Aja Kong 32, Awesome Kong 45, Aja Kong in trumps, 44D. In a poor match, Chris Sabin and Kenny King defeated Adam Cole and Sonata in 8:03 when Kenny King defeated Sonata by pin with the Torture Rack DDT. Sonata 33, Adam Cole 35, Kenny King 49, Sabin 60. Kenny King and Form C's two have absolutely zero chemistry. That's fine, 53C minus. And then Batista's backstage like, next week, TNA Impact begins the war with WWE. Or are they? Nobody bloody knows. I have a war with The Rock, who came back to WWE, took my limelight, so I left and came here. And on the same night he came back, he came here, so I attacked him. He's a waste of space and he thinks he's a star. He is not. He's a loser. And tonight, I will kill him in the main event when I team with Jericho. It was going to be Magnus, but then I realised that I didn't want to put Magnus in the main event by AJ. So it's going to be Samoa Joe and Dwayne Johnson, who are cousins, I do believe, facing Dave Batista and Chris Jericho in our main event tonight. And then Jericho gets the 78B and he's like, well done, Samoa Joe. You beat me this past week and you think you were so good. Sacrifice. 30-minute Iron Man match. Let's see you hang with me then, Joe. I've got more experience and I'm going to destroy you at Sacrifice. Well, TNA Wrestling are going very big on... I like to do Iron Man matches. I think Iron Man matches are brilliant. And it's going to be 30 minutes. And it's going to be Jericho versus Samoa Joe. This is going to be huge for the TNA Wrestling roster. And I think a lot of people are going to buy Sacrifice just for that match. The reason why we're in the talks with Spike tonight is I want to kind of get every single, TV company we're working with in certain parts of the world. Because I want one not only to be TV rather than pay-per-views. Because last month we made a decent profit, even though we only did 3 weeks of TV and a pay-per-view. 78B, and also the one not only is going to be live at Universal Studios. In a superb match, Will o' the Wisp defeated Cody Rhodes in 8:26 by pin for the Swanton Bomb. Will o' the Wisp 77, Cody 70, Nowhere Brilliant 71C+. In a battle of great heat and decent wrestling, Bobby Roode defeated Sting in 8:05 by pin for the payoff. Bobby Roode 58, Sting 71, Nowhere Brilliant. Sting was meant to win that match, so I don't know what happened there. 71C+. And then Storm's backstage. So last Sunday, Challenge TV got in the way, did not let me destroy your ass all over the arena. Or they won't get in the way at Sacrifice when I get to kick your ass all over the venue. As we'll have the Falls Count Anywhere match, and I prove to TNA and the fans that Gunner is not a star, but a waste of air in that locker room. Sorry about your damn luck. So we're getting quite a nice little card being built up here. You know, we've got 30-minute Iron Man matches, we've got Falls Count Anywhere matches, we've got a TLC ladder match. And the reason for this is I'm moving the shows back onto the channel we were on before in the UK, which is Bravo, which will allow me to do and be a bit more risque with matches, which is what we need right now. And that is a phone call, and I'll be back in just a second. Thank you. A very short amount of time has passed, but we're back. Hello. That was my dad calling me, telling me if he's bringing the keys over. I've now got the keys. So shall we finish this recording? Very close to finishing it anyway. So yeah. So that's that done. I just want to get to the one night only for this episode today, and then tomorrow I'll do AEW and that lot, and then probably Friday next week. I think. Oh no, the missus is off next Friday. Well, I might get some done next Friday. We'll see. But yeah, so it's booked. Here you go, James Storm versus Gunner. Falls Count Anywhere. 59C for James Storm. In a decent match, Elias Samson defeated Eric Young in 6:25 by pinfall. Eric Young 51, Elias Samson 64. Elias in performance 63C. A video plays hyping up Jericho, Batista, Jericho, Johnson, and Samoa Joe in the main event tonight. Gets on some B, and we get an 82B plus in this one. In an exceptional match, Chris Jericho and Dave Batista defeated Samoa Joe and Dwayne Johnson in 25-25 when Dave Batista defeated Dwayne Johnson by the Batista Bomb. Chris Jericho and Dave Batista showed some chemistry teaming together. Dwayne Johnson 83, Samoa Joe 74, Dave Batista 79, Chris Jericho 97, no work improvements, 82B plus, and then we've got a post-show match. In a decent post-show match, Austin Aries, Bobby Lashley and Gunner defeated Magnus, Bully Ray and James Storm in 14:48 when Gunner defeated Magnus by pinfall the F5. Gunner 52, Bobby Lashley 59, Austin Aries 76, James Storm 57, Bully Ray 74, Magnus 60. Austin Aries in Technical, James Storm in Performance, Gunner in Performance, and Bobby Lashley in Technical. I absolutely adored Gunner in TNA. He was one of my favourite wrestlers in TNA, and I was really upset when he got released. So expect him to kind of get quite a lot of good storylines. 52D plus. We're going to click next segment because there is in a post-show bout. This was meant to go before this one. I forgot to move it back. In a post-show bout, Subpar Wrestling, a little heat. Rhino and Ryback just defeated Danny Matthews and Smiley in 2 minutes 16 when Ryback defeated Danny Matthews by the suplex. Smiley 21, Danny Matthews 36, Ryback 68, Rhino 51. Danny Matthews in performance 40D minus. That's where we end tonight's TNA Impact. We're going to have a look and see what 78B plus increase our power to 37 regions. We're going to have a quick look and see what SmackDown did. But yeah, I'm enjoying this one. This is, as I've said, I don't know if I've mentioned it to you guys, this is the third series I've done with this TNA thing. I've tried to do 2013, I've tried to do all sorts, and none of them have really jumped out to me. But this one, as soon as I started the series and people like Dwayne Johnson, that one became available and I signed them, it was awesome to be able to get them, and then, you know, getting AJ Styles and stuff. While we're waiting, we can have a look at this. So this is Sacrifice. This is in April of 2014. And we're in May, so we're a month off in this universe. But yeah, the Wolves versus Bromez for the World Tag Team titles. At the time, the Bromez were the Tag Team Champions. A committed match, Anderson versus Sam Shaw. I think they have, if I remember rightly, actually, and this is going to sound really weird how far back my memory goes. I remember this match, and it was someone had to be put in a straitjacket and then thrown in the back of a van, in the back of an ambulance, and that was how that worked. You had Sonata versus Tigre in a match for free in the best of three series, so there's a best of three series going on with these two. I don't actually remember that, but I did like Tigre, and Sonata. Angelina Love versus Madison Rayne for the Knockouts Championship. Beautiful people versus beautiful people, but they weren't a part of that at the time. Table match between Bobby Roode and Bully Ray. Yeah. And then I quit the match between Storm and Gunnar. As you can see here, look, Eric Young versus Magnus. Eric Young is now the world champion. He's the world heavyweight champion. He got the belt after the WrestleMania with the Daniel Bryan thing that was going on at the time. So it was kind of like them conging off to that. So he was the world champion, and he took on Magnus. And then he also had a tag team match with Angle and Willow versus Spud and EC3. If you can go and find this pay-per-view, go and watch it. It was quite a good pay-per-view, to be honest. And then I quit match between Storm and Gunnar. MVP offer, and WWE have made a booking offer to MVP. Well, shall we deal with that on camera, shall we, guys? Right. View MVP, negotiate. What's the revival offer? 12,000. I'm offering him 37,000. So, yeah, fuck you, WWE. I knew that was going to happen. That's why I've offered him so much. So he was here tonight. Let's see where he was. We had Treble and Tama Tonga defeated Forever Hooligans. Rikai Deguchi defeated Shelton Benjamin. Hiroshi Tanahashi and Setsuya Kojima have an angle. Add a spark to the Next Generation. Minoru Suzuki defeated Bad Bat Folly. Jade defeated Tatsuya. Psycho Bully Club went to no contest with Killer Elite Squad. Ibushi went to no contest with Yuji Takahashi. So, he wasn't our show and he wasn't on this show, so fuck you, New Japan. TNA Impact, we did better than SmackDown last night. I don't know if SmackDown was aired. Yes, it was. So, actually, we outdid WWE SmackDown. Is SmackDown on TV then? Let's have a look, because I can't remember if this is when it went to Thursday nights or not. So, I thought it was still on Fridays back then. Let's have a look. Schedule. Every Tuesday. Don't tell you when it airs, though. Here you go. Let's go down. Let's have a look. USA Network time spot. This is from Monday Night Raw. Prime time. Quality none. Yeah, it doesn't tell you when it is, though, does it? They're still on Sci-Fi. How do we tell? Can we go to our diary? I want to know if it's still on the same night as we've just beat it. TV shows. Monday Night Raw main event, SmackDown Tuesdays. It's a TV show, but it doesn't tell you when it's shown. Right, I tell you what we'll do. We'll have a quick fucking look ourselves. Right, I know who in. So I'm going to cheat a little bit, guys, but I desperately want to know if we've just outrated WWE on. You know, I'll show you. There's Pac. He should be shortlisted, but he's not. WWE, John Paul Escock, right? There you go. Triple H is the head booker. That's fine. We'll add new player. Come here then! Freaking cats. You try and record and they just make those noises. Right, so just do greatest user. Yes, we're only going to quickly jump in as booker to kind of have a quick look and see if that was. Oh, we've got something going on my turn, have we? What we got? Brian Kendrick. Awesome. Someone, I know I was hiring someone. We'll give him a full pay rise. Incident involving David Batista, steroids, stern warning. We'll deal with him later. Brian Kendrick's position. Someone sure has mineral issues. Well, I'm not dealing with Samuel Short because Knox. You get to see some of the backstage stuff right now because I'm going to quickly do that with him. He's on pay-per-view appearance now. He's not. He's gone. Right, we're just going to skip forward to Paul Escock so we can have a quick look. Schedule. Broadcasting. TV controls. SmackDown. Howl on Tuesdays. Yeah, it was live on the Tuesday night. We outdid WWE in the first of the Tuesday Night Wars. Impact Wrestling did better than WWE in the Tuesday Night Wars. Ladies and gentlemen, the Tuesday Night Wars are on. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you in the next episode of TNA Wrestling, Saving TNA. Hello, I was about to bring LAX back and something sadly happened today and I think it's going to have a knock-on effect on the company for a while. So trying to save TNA Wrestling right now might be a bad decision. So my decision might be move this to Thursday nights, but we'll see how we go. But yeah, we're going to have 2 10-bell salutes tonight for this person because LAX was going to come back tonight and, or next week, and sadly it's not going to happen. So I'm going to have to rethink the tag division, but please join us when Jeremy Borash. I'm going to try and sound solemn, even though I'm enjoying myself booking this show. Tonight, TNA Explosion is in honour of Sean Hernandez, who sadly passed away with a drug overdose. Please stand for the 10-bell salute. So we get the 10-bell salute, and then there's 10 times. Before there's a round of applause for him, and the fans are chanting, "Thank you, Hernandez. Thank you, Hernandez." So the issue with this, guys, is we are in the firing line because he was signed to us at the time he died. So, as you know, and our drug policies come up to scrutiny. So I have literally put that up to the extreme level now. No one's going to be doing drugs in this company after that. In above that subpar wrestling, a little heat mustache man defeated Generation Me until 11:27 to defeat Max Book by pinfall. Jeremy Book 64, Max Book 55, Tyler Bate 33, Trent 32. Noah Grins 54 C-. In above that table wrestling non-existent Crowdy, Arja Kong defeated Rebel in 10:24 by pinfall Uraki. Arja Kong 37, Rebel 22. Noah Grins each to a pretty potential match. 35E+. In above a decent wrestling, EC3 defeated Colt Cabana in 12:38 by pinfall Sweet Meat Sizzler. Ethan Carter III 44, Colt Cabana 50, 52D+. And then James Mitchell is back with Monster Abyss, and he's like, I'm back, and I am back with the Monster Abyss. And my job is to help him destroy the whole of the TNA roster tonight. We send a message when we beat Willow and show that Abyss is back. So this is, the idea behind this is, over the past few years, Abyss has done a lot of shit. We've had the Joseph Park crap. We've had the, Hawker Mania Abyss. What made him look like a McDonald's dummy. Thank you for Marky D for that. So, this is, James Mitchell going, we're bringing back the monster, And in about that great heat and good wrestling, Abyss defeated Will-O the Wisp in 1948 by pinfall Black Hole Slam. He's chinchilla neck nerve damage. Abyss steamed off his game. James Mitchell did a good work of finger meat. The injury Abyss went through his fault. These two are critical commentary left to the match. Will-O the Wisp 78, Abyss 54. No weapon 69C+. That's where we end tonight's show. Oh, it was. If you don't know who Will-O the Wisp is, it's Jeff Hardy, and he's the one who's got the heat. So yeah, 63C, not a bad match. We'll see you for the main TNA show where we'll have another 10-pound salute tonight. I probably won't actually, but we've done it. So thank you for watching. Welcome back. This is the second TNA Impact today. Loving the backdrop. It'll be really sad when I have to go to some anniversary. But yeah, and a preacher about decent wrestling, little heat. Tillen Dashwood, Terran 12, ODB, Madison Rain, and Brittany. Defeat Alpha Female, Angelina Love, Brooke Tessmock, and Gail Kim. And Tara in 8-10 when ODB defeat Brooke Tessmock by pinfall the TKO. Brittany 35, Madison Rain 58, ODB 54. Terran 12, 34, Tillen Dashwood 46. Tara 57, Gail Kim 61. Brooke Tessmock 38, Angelina Love 49, Alpha Male 34. Madison Rain flying and Tillen Dashwood in performance of 54C-. In the preacher about decent wrestling, little heat, bad influence defeated Von Erichs in 8:06 when Kazarian defeated Marshall Von Erich by pinfall the Wave of Future. Marshall Von Erich 40, Ross Von Erich 39, Kazarian 65, Daniels 72, Kazarian in performance 63C. In the preacher about subpar wrestling, little heat, Mr. Anderson, Rob Terry, Gunner, Keith Lee, and Mara Fuji defeated Brian Cage, Jeff Cobb, Knox, EC3, and Rhino in 7:46 when Gunner defeated Brian Cage by the spear. Mara Fuji 56, Keith Lee 49, Gunner 53, Terry 29, Anderson 61, Rhino 50, Ethan Carter III 48, Knox 38, Jeff Cobb 44, and Brian Cage 29. Gunner in performance, Rob Terry in performance, and Brian Cage in technical 53C-. In a push round, decent wrestling below heat, the Briscoes defeat Michael Shane, who makes his return to TNA, and the Godfather in 5:08 when Jay Briscoe defeated Michael Shane by the double underhook pile driver. Godfather 22, Michael Shane 36, Mark Briscoe 58, Jay Briscoe 59, Noah Prince. There's a reason why we brought these in for one night only, 52D+. In the push round, subpar wrestling, a little heat, Velvet Sky defeat Peyton Royce in 7:50 by putting the double knee backbreaker. Peyton Royce 38, Velvet Sky 51, Noah Prince 46D. And in the preacher about decent wrestling below heat, Mark Haskins, Matt Sadell, PJ Black, T. Gray, and TJ Perkins defeated Crazy Steve, Kenta, Loki, Pete Dunne, and Will Ospreay in 5:08 when T. Gray defeated Pete Dunne by the 450 splash. 59C, TJ Perkins 50, T. Gray in 51, Black 51, Matt Sadell 57, Mark Haskins 48, Will Ospreay 60, Pete Dunne 39, Loki 60, Kenta 62, Crazy Steve 37. Mark Haskins and TJ in Rumble, TJ Perkins in Techno, 59C. In the pre-show, decent wrestling below heat, A-Line Drake, James Storm, Henning, Kevin Steen MVP, defeated Arari Davari, Buddy Royal, Matt Riviera, Mike Saldau, and the Boogeyman. Boogeyman 17, Mike Saldau 34, Matt Riviera 36, Buddy Royal 38, Arari Davari 47, MVP 64, Steen 58, John Henning 66, Storm 63, Eli Drake 52, Matt Riviera and Eli Drake in performance. Every single one of these is here on a 1-9 only deal, so thank you for making an appearance at TNA, but thank you for coming in. So we open up the night with AJ Styles in the ring. He is back, as promised this week, and he's in the ring and he's like, tonight's show is in honour of our fallen soldier, Shawn Hernandez. I know we've done this already, but I want another 10-bow salute. And the arena falls silent, we get another 10-bow salute for him, and then the sound of applause, and he goes, thank you for that. Now down to some business. Magnus, you want to come to the ring and talk crap about me when I was representing TNA over in Japan and proving myself? You can piss off. You see, this bout is dead. This is an ugly piece of crap and it needs to be gone. So he chucks out the old bout, the gold one with the TNA logo, and it looked awful. And he's passed the bag and he pulls out the Eagle belt of old. The really nice belt. I'll show you all hold on. Let's try and explain this the best I can. TNA World Championship. Yeah, that'll do. So you've got that's the current image of it. Images. So that's the one I'm getting rid of. I absolutely hated that, and he's gone back to this. You see, I call it the Eagle belt, but that is absolutely stunning. That is ugly, stunning, ugly. The current one's not too bad actually. The Impact Championship, the current modern one. So yeah, that's kind of where we're going with that. That's gone. And we've gone back to the Eagle design. Good. Right. Can we go now? Thank you. There we go. Right. This is the title of champions. Whoever wins the $50,000 title this weekend on Spike and faces me next week will get a shot when I kick their ass. And Magnus, you've got your rematch with Sacrifice. If you want to bring your new manager, bring him. Because I'll kick his ass too. I am AJ Styles. I am the face that runs this place. So 67C plus 5,000 people at the Howell Arena tonight. I kind of booked a smaller venue than what we were expecting people, just because of what happened with Shawn Hernandez. But yeah, nice promo from AJ actually. I'm really proud of AJ. In above a good heat and good wrestling, Sting defeated Elias Samson in 8:26 by pinfall. Elias Samson 65, Sting 73. Elias Samson in front. Sting out there at 73 at 54 years old is amazing. In above a decent wrestling with my cheek, Sonata defeated Chris Sabin in 8:01 by pinfall German suplex. Sonata wins back the TNA X Division title. Sonata 39, Chris Sabin 55, Sabin in front 51D plus. And then Sabin grabs the mic and he's like, that is it. I quit the X Division. This place is bullshit. Next week I make waves and something new when I bring back an old friend and help conquer TNA. This is the final straw. You don't want to treat me with respect, then find someone else to be in the X Division. I quit it. 52D plus from Sabin. And then we go to the back and Jericho's in the back and he's like, last week, my good friend Dave Bautista and I beat Dwayne Johnson and Joe. Joe, that was proof I'm going to beat him in the 30-minute Iron match. I'm going to kick his ass and prove I'm the best thing to happen to TNA since Kurt Angle. 78B plus. Beautiful. In a terrible match, Ember Moon defeated Tony Storm in a fallback of the O-Face. Ember Moon 55, Tony Storm 17. Fan favourite above average. No workarounds, 43D. Nice. In above had subpar wrestling and Little Heat. Red Dragon defeated Silent Rage in 8:25 and Kyle O'Reilly defeated Bram by the Brainbuster. My School 43, Bram 44, Kyle O'Reilly 48, Bobby Fish 45. Kyle O'Reilly improving in Rumble 49D plus. Then Dwayne Johnson's got a promo and he goes, well done Dave, you got a win last week. You think this is over? It's never over. Johnson has come to TNA to kick ass and help TNA grow. And Tuesday night wars are on. Now Sacrifice is going to be me versus Dave, and on that night I'll win again. And Dave, enjoy your title match tonight with AJ. AJ's going to kick your ass. So The Rock's like, yeah, well, enjoy your match with AJ tonight, but AJ's going to kick your ass. And Dwayne Johnson has made it clear that at the Cup and Coming pay-per-view, it will be Dwayne Johnson versus Dave Bautista round fucking 2. Can't wait for that, guys. 77B plus from him. And then Gunner cuts a nice promo, better than what he's done previously. He's getting better every week. We're going back to Bravo in the UK in 50 days, and Sacrifice will be live on that channel. They're going to let us do the Falls Count Anywhere match, and this time, Storm, I will win. I might be green in some places, but Tna is growing me and helping me learn. This weekend at One Night Only Live on Spike, I'm going to win the £50,000. Then I will beat AJ the Fallen Truth tonight. Why? Because I'm going to be a star. And then I can kick Storm's ass in the main event and prove to him I'm one of the best wrestlers in TNA. Strong words from Gunnar there. Mention of the One Night Only. We've got to mention it. In an exceptional match, Dwayne Johnson defeated Bully Ray in 7:47 by pin of the People's Elbow. Dwayne Johnson 78, Bully Ray 76. No work for 73B minus. In about decent wrestling below heat, Brian Kendrick, Kenny King, and Rockstar Spud defeated Jay Lethal, Christian York, and Adam Cole in 7:37. When Brian Kendrick defeated Christian York by pin of the Sliced Bread #2. Adam Cole 45, Christian York 40, Jay Lethal 61. Rockstar Spud 46, Kenny King 49, and Brian Kendrick 50. York in Rumble, Cole in Rumble, and Brian Kendrick in Flying. Brian Kendrick's debut is weirdo gimmick above average, 54C minus. And then Jeremy Bush is like, welcome back to TNA Impact. Joining me at this time, the TNA World Tag Team Champions, the Wolves. And Eddie's like, thanks JB. This is a battle, and all of you wanted this Full Metal Mayhem match. Well, you've got it, and it will be awesome. You see, me and my brother got some words for you. And Dave's like, people might be worried about TNA, but it's gone through a lot worse in its life. And in 2 weeks, we're going to kick ass and take names. We've been in ladder matches before, but this one is more deadly and strong. So we'll come out on top, and we will still be the TNA World Tag Team Champions. 46D from the American Wolves there, beautiful. And then we get a 28E. Thank you, James Mitchell, for killing it. So you want your rematch. It's already been granted, but be careful what you wish for. This is TNA Wrestling, and this is Awesome Kong, and she beat you once, and she'll do it again live on pay-per-view at Sacrifice. By the way, I am now her manager, and I'll be with her every step of the way. And then in a decent match, Awesome Kong defeated Mickie James in 7:47 by pulling the sit-out powerbomb, which makes event number 2 of her TNA Knockouts Championship. Awesome Kong seed off the game, but James Mitchell did good work at ringside. Mickie James 53, Awesome Kong 42, no work for 52D+. And then in a decent match, Chris Jericho and the Bromans defeated the Samoa Joe and the American Wolves 73, and Chris Jericho defeated Eddie Edwards by pin of the Codebreaker. Samoa Joe 78, Eddie Edwards 65, David Richards 71, Robbie E 41, Jesse 30, and Chris Jericho 89. No work routes. 72B minus. I just thought it'd be fun to do that. And then, of course, as mentioned earlier tonight, AJ Styles will take on Dave Bautista in the main event. In a bout that superb wrestling and great heat, AJ Styles defeated Dave Bautista in 24 minutes 32 by from the Superstars Clash. AJ Styles makes defense number 1 of his TNA World Heavyweight title. Dave Bautista 72, AJ Styles 83, no work appearance in 81B. And after the match, AJ Styles is celebrating his victory in the ring when Magnus runs in attack and beating AJ Styles down to the mat. In a post-show bout of decent wrestling, but little heat, Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Zema Ion in 7:32 by from the wrong elbow. Zack Sabre Jr. 53, Zema Ion 50, no occurrence 41D. And then we have our big one. In a good post-show match, Bobby Roode, Cody Rhodes, Magnus and Ryback defeated Young, Lashley, Austin Aries and Robin down in 15-16 when Cody Rhodes defeated Eric Young by from the Crossroads. RVD 77. That is not going to be good for us. Austin Aries 75, Bobby Lashley 59, Eric Young 54, Ryback 68, Magnus 60, Cody Rhodes 73, and Bobby Roode 68. Eric Young in Technical, Bobby Roode in Flying, and Bobby Lashley in Technical. 54C minus, but that doesn't look good for us. We're going to end the show there. And that was Rob Van Dam this time. 77B, I don't think increased our popularity in 40 regions. I don't think we are feeling the effects of the drug scandal, but I think we're going to feel the effects. Because I think a lot of people I'm going to have to send to rehab. Which is what's happened in the Impact Wrestling series as well, I think. What series is it where a lot of storylines are fucked up? Is it WCW one? I can't remember because I haven't done them for a while because I've got enough time to kind of take over, do stuff. So this is Monster Mac. He's an American professional wrestler, best known for his stint in Ring of Honor with Dan Math as a tag team to Hit Squad. Matt currently performs on the independent circuit, most commonly for Jersey All Pro Wrestling, where he works as both a wrestler and a commentator. After receiving training from Homicide, Manny Fernandez and Magic and Mac began his wrestling career by joining the Long Island Wrestling Federation, as Steve McWay made his debut in a four-way elimination match against Loki, Chief Tango, and Kenny Stewart for the LWS benefit show towards the Junkyard Dog Memorial Fund. Yes. So all proceeds for this event this coming Sunday night are going to go towards the Shaw Hernandez Memorial Funeral Fund. I know they call it Memorial in America, but I'm going to call it Funeral because I'm British. But yeah, I think we did another good show. There you go. I've read the profile of him like I always do. And so SmackDown last night outdrew us. They got an 81B with Randy Orton defeating the Big Show for a 91A in the main event, which is actually quite good. We got 77B. We lost the Monday Night Wars. We got 7.64 on rating. They got 23.64. Jeez. Main event aired last night to an explosion. Injury for Biss. Injured rest of Biss becomes to work through the pain. Injuries. Bad news is he's doing the match and he'll be required to take some time off. Oh, for fuck's sake. And Kevin Steen, he's working through the pain. For God's sakes, Kenneth Cameron on the rise, which is good. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys next week. Not next week, on Sunday night for One Night Only Live. And I better go and deal with these drug problems. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again real soon. Welcome back and welcome to the first ever One Night Only of this TNA Saving TNA series. I absolutely love doing One Night Onlys, and this might become something we do in Impact Wrestling as well, because I've actually absolutely loved writing down the winners of this. So there is 10 matches tonight. The winners of those matches will go on into a Royal Rumble styled Battle Royal at the end of the evening. We've also got a non-linear tournament match tonight, as MVP will take on AJ Styles when the TNA World title is not on the line. No championships on the line tonight. Welcome to One Night Only £50,000 tournament. Okay, I've just gotten a text from my missus. Excuse me a second while I message her back. You should be at. And what about... So, tonight live on Spike... Tonight, live on Spike in this awesome One Night Only event from the Impact Zone in Universal Studios, Florida, someone will get $50,000. I haven't got a clue why it takes out that when we pull it into the thing, as it should be. And it's shot at AJ Styles this week on TNA Impact Live. And now, Direct Auto Insurance and TNA presents One Night Only $50,000. And loads of fireworks go off, and we can see that the six-sided ring is back. We are sold out of the TNA Impact Zone tonight. So for One Night Only, we have the six ring and Mike's like, hello and welcome. Joining me tonight, my good friend Taz and Don West. Welcome, guys. Tonight is a big night. And Taz is like, this is awesome to be back here tonight, and the fans are ready. And Don's like, we've got some special guests. We've got 10 matches. The winner goes into the Battle Royal and will win the $50,000 championship and a chance to face AJ. First up is the UK Fatal 4-Way match. Over to you, JB. So I've invited some special guests tonight. We have got a couple of guests from All Japan Pro Wrestling and New Japan. We've got some guests from ICW and PCW, Preston City Wrestling. So they're going to open up the night, the UK guys. I know it's not going to be the best. In above at Terrible Wrestling Analysis and Crowd Heat, Doug Williams defeated T-Bone, Mikey Whiplash, and Andy Wild in a late elimination match of 751. The other eliminations, Mikey Whiplash first, then T-Bone, and finally Andy Wild. Andy Wild 32, T-Bone 30, Mikey Whiplash 30, and Doug Williams 56. Mikey Whiplash is not suited to his gimmick. Not my problem. He's only on a one-night deal. Doug Williams Davies, no gimmick needed. Mikey, on average, Mikey Whiplash improved the Rumble. So yeah, we are. So you guys are going to expect certain things to happen tonight. Believe me, I've thrown the entire fucking book at this card, and I absolutely fucking loved booking it. But Doug Williams has wormed himself into that 10-man Battle Royal timed entrance Royal Rumble thingamajiggy at the end of the night with a nice 43D. So he's it through. Next up, we kind of go into a good match with Bully Ray defeating Mr. Anderson 631 by pinfall the Bully Cutter. Bully Ray 77, Mr. Anderson 60. No work for 73, B-. That's how you do it. In above at Decent Wrestling, so Bully Ray is now into that Battle Royal. I will say that every time someone wins. In above at Decent Wrestling, but over cheat Hiroshi Tanahashi defeat Ultimo Dragon in 542 by pinfall the German Suplex. Tanahashi 71, Ultimo Dragon 53. No work for He is sadly retiring from the business, so I thought I'd get him in on this one night only deal. And Hiroshi Tanahashi is now through. The next one's going to shock you. We have a knockouts match, and the knockout who wins this is going into the Battle Royal as well. In the Bad Sub Pro Wrestling, a little heat, Awesome Kong defeated Aja Kong, ODB and Alpha Female in 809 when Awesome Kong defeated Aja Kong by pinfall the Flying Crossbody. Aja Kong 43, Awesome Kong 47, ODB 55, Alpha Female 35. James Mitchell did good work at ringside, 51D+. Awesome Kong is now going in to win this £50,000 tournament, And also, will she also win the world? Not the world. Hold on, I'm thinking. Here. Help me out. Will she also get the Will she also get the shot at AJ Styles 51D plus? Beautiful. And above a decent wrestling double cheat, Kenta defeated Brian Kendrick, Matt Sydal, and Jay Lethal in an Ultimate X match in 8-10. When Kenta retrieved the item, Brian Kendrick's weakness showed out some of the Jay Lethal 57, Brian Kendrick 47, Matt Sydal 59, Kenta 64, Brian Kendrick front. Kenta is now in, so we've got an X Division guy being represented, we've got the Knockouts being represented. I felt like it was important to have these guys represented because it's not fair otherwise if everyone just gets the shot. So we've given for my favourite knockout. We gave for my favourite knockouts and for my favourite X Division guys right now in the company a chance to shine, and they've shined. They've got this 64C better than the knockouts did. The next match, I think, is going to blow the roof off the building. In an exceptional match, Chris Jericho defeated Dwayne Johnson in 14:34 by pinfall using the ropes for leverage. Jericho 89, Dwayne Johnson 76, nowhere crumped. I think that was because I booked, as you can see here, I booked Dwayne Johnson to dominant and be kept strong, and then also tainted finish. I didn't expect to do that well, but a 70C plus is better than what I thought it would do. That's brilliant. In above had superb wrestling in great heat. Dave Bautista defeated Samoa Joe in 7:42 by pinfall the Batista bomb. Dave Bautista 74, Samoa Joe 80. No work improvements. Dave Bautista and Samoa Joe have pretty good chemistry left in the match. I have done one storyline advance here tonight, and that is in not the next match, the final chance. In about a great heat and good wrestling, Will O-The-Wisp defeated Bobby Roode. So Dave Bautista and Jericho are in the Battle Royal, and now Will O-The-Wisp is after in 10-11 by the Swanton Bomb. Will O-The-Wisp 73, Bobby Roode 68, Roode in performance, 74B minus, beautiful. In above had superb wrestling and great heat, Sting defeated RVD in 12:30 by pinfall. Rob Van Dam and Sting have pretty good chemistry lifted the match. Rob Van Dam 78, Sting 81. No weapon 76B minus. In above a good wrestling and a decent match for the crowd, Cody Rhodes defeated John Henning, Eric Young, James Storm, Gunner, and Austin Aries in 15:50 when Cody Rhodes defeated Gunner by pinfall at Crossroads after James Storm super kicked him and just left the ring because he didn't want to be a part of this. Austin Aries 75, John Henning 68, Eric Young 55, James Storm 65, Gunner 55, and Cody Rhodes 70. Eric Young in Rumble and Performance, that gives us a 68C plus. So that is now the final match, and I can confirm for you right now, in our main event tonight, you will get to see Doug Williams, Bully Ray, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Awesome Kong, Kenta, Jericho, Dave Bautista, Will O-The-Wisp, Sting, and Cody freaking Rhodes in our 10-man Battle Royal main event inside the 6 sides of the ring. And then about that great wrestling and good heat, AJ Styles defeated MVP in 14:53 by pinfall the Stars Clash. MVP 63, AJ Styles 86, 79B. Beautiful match. Just a nice little break for the wrestlers after they've had to do some matches. Let's see how our main event does. In about a good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, Chris Benoit? Wrong series, Josh. Chris Jericho won a Battle Royal in 29 minutes 42. The other members of the Final Four were Dave Bautista, Sting, Bully Ray, with Dave Bautista being the final elimination. Dave Bautista got the most eliminations over the course of the match. Cody Rhodes set the record for surviving the longest. Chris Jericho wins the 15,000 championship title. And I'm going to show you these belts now. So we're going to end the show there because I don't know what else was on thing last night. Gives us a 78B. Beautiful, beautiful show. I'm really impressed with this. But I felt like we had to give AJ a match, kind of, for our first one, because this is not a pay-per-view, this is on Spike. So I felt like that AJ had to kind of show, I had to kind of show that this was happening. I kind of had to make sure people were aware of what was, this show was going to be good. She's messaged me quickly. I'm not putting it in at 4:30. I'll put it in at 5 because we've got the roast potatoes and shit to think about. So yeah, I don't know how she's going to do the roast. If the meat's already cooked when she gets home, how's she doing the roast potatoes and shit? Yeah, unless she's finishing dead on 5. I don't know how that will work, but yeah, I'll put it in at 4:30, and then that way it won't be cooked by the time she gets home. It takes an hour and a half to cook, so yeah. Masahiro Chono to stay with All Japan Pro Wrestling. I didn't even know he was working there. He's a road agent at the moment. How old is he at the moment? That's the other. He is 50 years old. Jeez. So we were the best show last night. From the internet, so the feedback's been excellent. Seems a really struck gold with this show. I'm really proud of this show. I just kind of went with it, and I kind of booked it how I wanted it. And I was like, well, I want the knockout match. I want an Ultimate X match. And I was like, well, we can do that. So what we can confirm now, I should have done it after the show because nothing else really happened. I want to show you Solo Darling's pregnant, and I was about to hire you, love. So that's you, screwed over. I'm going to be bringing in someone anyway. Paul Ellering's joined, which is good. So tonight on TNA Impact, AJ Styles will be facing Chris Jericho in our main event. Oh, not tonight, but on the next show. So I'll see you guys for that, which is amazing. But first, we're going to have a look at some quick gander at some of the belts we've got. So this is the $50 championship. Chris Jericho will be allowed to walk around it. Shall we give him the $50,000 now? You know, when I said they're going to get 15,000, the winner's going to get $50,000. Guess what? They are going to get the $50,000. So yes, $50,000, 29. I want to do this on camera because it is what I promise. You know, the winner gets the money, so the money is going to be given to Chris Jericho here tonight. There you go. As promised. There you go, Jericho. That's his bonus for winning that tournament. So yeah, you got the $50,000 championship. There you go. That looks absolutely stunning. Oh shit! I was meant to bring someone in last night, and I forgot to put him on the show, and I even forgot to do the angle for him, which would have made sense. But no, we're going to do that at some point. We've got the Joker's wild card ready for September. King of the Mountain for July. That's going to be July's tournament. Queen of the Knockouts for the Knockouts Knockdown show. Super X tournament, which is for the Super X Cup, which is for the Super X Cup one night only in January. The TNA Tag Team titles for November. Of course, the Knockouts belt haven't changed. I've kept it like that because that's fine. We've also got the TNA World Heavyweight titles, promised the Regal. They're the TNA Tag Team title tournaments. World Tag Team titles haven't changed, but I've took the X Division back to that. So, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Sabin had his 9th defense. He didn't have any defenses with that. What? How many? He's only a three-time champion. Jeez. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you guys back here again tomorrow night for Explosion and Impact Wrestling. Thank you for watching this one only pay-per-view. We've still got 2 more Impacts to go in this. Well, 2 more Explosions, 2 more Impacts, and a pay-per-view to go in this episode. And tomorrow will be episode 3, and I'm going to put that out on Boxing Day. Because otherwise, this is going to be too much wrestling for one day. Probably is anyway. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you for TNA Impact and Explosion in a little tick. Welcome back. I've now gone crazy on managers. We've got a decent exhibition, Doug Williams, and we've got a huge main event tonight on TNA Impact. I don't think Shawn Hernandez's death is affecting us that much. But yeah, this one night only pay-per-view we just taped, you guys have just seen. I think that was bloody brilliant. Our next one night only pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen, is in 4 weeks' time now. And it is TNA Wrestling Old School. Well, one night only Old School. Your next tournament is the King of the Mountain tournament. We've got dream matches, Joker's Wild, Night of Extreme, Tag Team tournament, Christmas Party and Super X Cup and all that. But we're now heading towards Sacrifice and we're going to put full gear on that show. But ladies and gentlemen, Paul Ellering has joined Total Non-Stop Action Wrestling. If you paid any attention to the last little bit where I showed you the title, I should have noticed this. I absolutely love this. This is what it's like to stand in front of greatness. I am now the manager of the Silent Rage. And like the Road Warriors, I'll take them to the top of wrestling world. You know who I am, so I'm not going to bore you with that. Watch as my men destroy some tag teams. I absolutely love Paul Ellering. I didn't really know who he was to start off with when he first turned up. He's David Hughes Genius, gimmicks, got on the above average. I had no fucking clue who Paul Ellering was when he first appeared on NXT in charge of the Akeem and Razor. But if Kevin Steen's now permanently on NXT, we still don't know when I'm taping this. I will be watching NXT on a regular basis as well as AEW. In above that, Subpar Wrestling All Heat, the Silent Rage defeated Mustache Mountain. As you know, these two have been having quite the rivalry over here on Explosion. When Mighty School defeated Trent 7 by pinfall the graduation. Tyler Bate 36 from Trent 7 34. Mighty School 45. Bram 46. Paul Ellering did some good work at ringside. No Wood Prince 45D. In above that, decent wrestling but All Heat, Rockstar Spudge and Kenny King defeated TJ Perkins and T. Grayuno 943 and Kenny King defeat T. Grayuno, both have the Torture Rack DDT. T. Grayuno 51, Perkins 51, Kenny King 49. Rockstar Spud 50, T-Grown and Fonts 53C-. They end above had subpar wrestling, a little heat. Brooke, Tess Mocker, Gail Kim, and Rebel defeat Ember Moon, ODB, and Till and Dashwood in 8:23. When Gail Kim defeat Till and Dashwood both on the inverted stomp facebreaker. Dashwood 44, ODB 52, Ember Moon 54, Rebel 24, Gail Kim 60, Brooke Tess Mocker 32. Brooke Tess Mocker improving in flying, and Ember Moon in Rumble 51D+. Last week, my Monster Abyss destroyed Willow the Wisp. This week is a Monsters Ball, and RVD, you're going down. Last week, my Monster Abyss destroyed Willow the Wisp. That wasn't even meant to rhyme, but there we go. James Mitchell is now a poet. We are at the Toucan A&E Centre tonight with Explosion, 46D. Not bad. Let's see how well. In above a good heat and decent wrestling, Abyss defeated Rob Van Dam in a Monsters Ball match in 2018 by pinning the Black Hole Slam through a barbed wire board. Abyss 54, Rob Van Dam 66. Noah Prims, of course, Abyss is injured. 62C, that's where we end the show. You used to be an ECW, mate, so don't complain. Not as good as last week, 58C-. I am going to be building a... So I'm using Explosion as a bit of a way of experimenting with stuff before I kind of push the trigger on everything. So Abyss and James Mitchell are working really well, so expect Abyss just to stay on Explosion at the moment and just keep appearing on there, and same with Silent Rage. They're kind of doing okay over there. They're the kind of what we're going to be using that for, experimenting with certain matches and stuff. But later on, we'll see you for TNA Impact, as AJ Styles will take on Chris Jericho. Welcome to part 7 of this episode, number 2 of Saving TNA. It's Christmas Day still for you guys. In a pre-show decent wrestling below heat, Rob Terry, Roger Strong, Mara Fuji, Keith Lee, and Colt Cabana defeat EC3, Jeff Cobb, Knox, Rhino, and Kevin Steen, 746, and Mara Fuji defeat Jeff Cobb by the double unhook side power slam. Colt Cabana 51, Keith Lee 48, and Mara Fuji 57. Strong 60, Rob Terry 29, Steen 55, Rhino 49, Knox 42, Cobb 43, Ethan Carter III 51. EC3 improving in technical, Strong in Rumble, and Keith Lee in Fonts 56C-. In an abysmal pre-show match, Tony Storm defeated Anna Bogomolova in 4:37 by pinfall. Anna Bogomolova 22, Tony Storm 25. Anna Bogomolova improving in Fonts 26E. In a pre-show decent wrestling with Cheat Generation Me, American Wars defeat Bad Influence and Ink Inc. in 8:27. When Jeremy Book defeat Jesse Neal both in the 450 splash. Eddie Wood 65, Dave Richards 67, Jeremy Book 55, Max Book 50. Jesse Neal 32, Shannon Moore 43, Kazarian 16, Chris Sanger 66. Kazarian Rumble, Jeremy Book improved in Rumble 61C. Okay, he's taking that downstairs. In a decent pre-show match, Bully Ray, MVP, Magnus, Eli Drake defeat Doug Williams, Mr. Anderson Gunner, Bobby Lashley in 7:55, and Eli Drake defeat Doug Williams by pinfall. Lashley 58, Gunner 55, Mr. Anderson 62, Doug Williams 58, Eli Drake 54, Magnus 63, MVP 62, Bully Ray 74. Doug Williams improving in performance, 70C+. In a pre-show about a decent wrestling but little heat, I've got no tea left. Let me get my Ribena. In a bout by a decent wrestling but little heat, Christian York, T. Grano, Matt Sydal, PJ Black, and Sonata defeat Brian Kendrick, Crazy Steve, Kenny King, Kenta, and Will Ospreay in 6:02. When Christian York defeated Kenta by pin the flying knee drop. Sonata 46, PJ Black 48, Matt Sydal 60, T. Grano 53, Christian York 42, Will Ospreay 57, Kenta 65, Kenny King 49, Crazy Steve 42, Brian Kendrick 46. Black in performance. I need to cancel a certain match for this show, because that will not be happening, will it? 58C-. You'll find out who replaces him in a bit. In a visual decent wrestling, but little heat, Brian Cage, Storm, Henning, and Johnny Swinger. John Henning defeated Johnny Swinger, Ricky Starks, and Adam Pearce in 5:54 when Joe Storm defeated Johnny Swinger both in the 8-second run. Adam Pearce 38, Ricky Starks 37, Johnny Swinger 36, Henning 70, Storm 63, Cage 29, Noah Pros 57C-. Not bad. And then we're having a tryout match for the son of Rey Mysterio and the cousin of Rey Mysterio Jr. In a pre-show had subpar wrestling on his Cardi, Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Al Hijo de Rey Mysterio in 7:34 by pin the Tiger Suplex. Al Hijo del Rey Mysterio 29, Zack Sabre Jr. 51, Zack Sabre Jr. Fonts. 29. Yeah, guess what? You're going to get a contract. So this past weekend, Jericho got that little bit richer, and I have held this belt 3 times. And tonight, I'll beat Jericho like I did MVP 2 nights ago. I am the face that runs this place, and I am Mr. TNA. Right now, we are on fire, and we're doing some amazing stuff. Magnus, you said you was getting a manager, so who is it? My name is Paul Heyman, and I am the manager of Magnus. Now, AJ, you're looking at me in shock. Why? Is it because Paul Heyman is in TNA at last? Or because Magnus has got a great manager in me? You see, AJ, I'll be out here tonight for the main event, and if anyone wants to speak to my client, they'll have to go through me. And Gunnar, you also are on my radar. You'll see why next week on Impact. We're not sold out tonight. We only got 5,851 people. Not the best crowd, but it's still a good crowd. So yeah, Paul Heyman's debuted, and he's like, well, Gunnar, you're on my radar. What the hell is going on right now in TNA? Everything's on fire. That's all I can say. In about a decent wrestling, Will Heat, Low-Key, Pete Dunne, Rockstar Spud, and Zema Ion defeat TJ Perkins, Mark Haskins, Jay Leaf, and Adam Cole in 8-18 when Low-Key defeat TJ Perkins by the Kai Crusher. Adam Cole 50, Lethal 59, Mark Haskins 46, Perkins 52, Zema Ion 49, Rockstar Spud 49, Pete Dunne 49, and Low-Key 60. Zema Ion informs and Adam Cole informs 58 C-. He did brilliantly at NXT War Games. In above a good wrestling and a decent match crowd, Matt Hardy returns to TNA Wrestling, defeating Austin Ayers in 8-6-23 by from the Twist of Fate. Degenerate below average, Hardy 61, Austin Ayers 74, no weapon 72 B-. And then, hold on a minute, is that Alex Shelley? Yes, my friends, this is the new thing I've been talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, Motor City Machine Guns are back in TNA Wrestling, and this time we're not doing this for the fans, we're doing it for us. And it's like, this is a battle you want to have. You've got it, TNA. I am back to help my friend, and all these loser fans can piss off. 55 C-, beautiful. Then Kenta's on the mic. He's the only one who can speak English out of Sonado and Kenta. And he only speaks passable English, but it still works. This past weekend, I won the Ultimate X, which means I got to represent the X Division in the Battle Royal. I lost, but TNA have given me a match for the X Division title live on pay-per-view at Sacrifice. Sonada, you're going down. There you go. It's happening. A match I was trying to hold off on, but my hand's been pulled because I wanted to go into full thing. But Sonada versus Kenta. It is happening live on pay-per-view. It's going to be a big one, and it's for the X Division Championship. Woo! 43D. In the battle, decent wrestling, but Little Heat, Motor City Machine Guns defeat Red Dragon and the Von Erichs in 8:30. All eliminations, Von Erichs first and then Red Dragon. Kyle O'Reilly 49, Bobby Fish 49, Marshall Von Erich 38, Ross Von Erich 40, Chris Sabin 60, and Alex Shelley 66. No weapons 58 C-. Then Jeremy Brush is like, welcome back to TNA Impact with me now. Joining me now, Samoa Joe. And Joe's, look here, Jericho. I was one of the men in the only 5-star match in TNA wrestling history. You think I can't hang with you? Yes, I can hang with you. I'm going to beat you once again in this 30-minute match. I will be the victor. 65C from Joe. And then Gunnar, 56C-. He gets better every week. And you go, so you got some surprises for me, have you, Paul? This past Sunday night, you attacked me with a beer bottle and then left me for Cody to pin. You stopped me getting what I want. Next week, I bring back a friend to help me with you. This is a war, and I'm going to kill you, Storm. 56C-. Who the hell's the friend? In a superb match, Elias Samson defeated Will of the Wisp in 7:25 by pinfall. Will of the Wisp 79, Elias Samson 65, no weapon 67C+. In a decent match, Mickey James and Terran Terrell defeat the Beautiful People in 7:39. When Mickey James defeated Velvet Sky by pinfall with a chip kick. Terran 12:38, Mickey James 54, Velvet Sky 54, and Angelina Love 49. Terran 12 improving in technical, 54C-. Then Don West is going to do some interview. He's like, welcome back to TNA Wrestling. Joining me now, Madison Rain. And Madison's like, thanks, Dom. Look here, Mr. James Mitchell. You don't scare me, nor does Awesome Kong. I'm an amazing knockout. I don't care if she nearly won £50,000 or he shot at AJ. I'm the best, and I'm going to kick her ass at Sacrifice. Very nice promo from Madison Rain there. Beautiful, 55C-. Then above a decent wrestling below Heat, Awesome Kong, Alpha Female, and Tara defeat Madison Rain, Brittany, and Archer Kong in 5:22 when Awesome Kong defeat Brittany by from the Flying Splash. Arja Kong 47, Brittany 38, Madison Rain 54, Tower 56, Alpha Female 39, and Awesome Kong 48. Awesome Kong in performance, Brittany in performance, and Arja Kong in performance, 54 C-. Nice knockouts match. And Jesse and Robbie are backstage. So it's going to be a ladder match, ladder and weapons. We don't need a manager to succeed. And a sacrifice, we're going to win back the TNA World Tag Team titles. And Jesse's like, you're nothing but indie darlings. We are the big guns. This is no longer the little league boys. We're playing with fire, so be ready. You're playing with fire, so be ready to be burnt. 40D- from the Bromez. Yeah, they're playing with fire, are they? In a superb match, Sting defeated Cody Rhodes in 6-16 by pinfall. Sting 73, Cody Rhodes 71. He's improved in Rumble and performance, 73B-. In an exceptional match, Dwayne Johnson and Samoa Joe. Why is Chris Jericho and Dave Batista in 32 and Dwayne Johnson by pinfall the bottom? Samoa Joe 78, Dwayne Johnson 83, Dave Batista 79, Chris Jericho 98. Chris Jericho improved in performance. It wasn't meant to be Jericho, but fuck it, it's happened. I'm not going back and going through this entire card again. It's too much. If it was like a B show or a pay-per-view, I might, but no. After the match is over. Dwayne Johnson celebrates his victory, and Dave Batista looks angry and beats him and jumps him from behind, beating him down. 75B-. In a decent match, Eric Young defeated Bobby Roode in 541 by pinfall wheelbarrow neck breaker. Eric Young 55, Bobby Roode 68. Bobby Roode in performance 68C+. It was meant to be Magnus in that match, by the way, tagging with Batista. But AJ Styles takes on Chris Jericho in our main event tonight. And in the next exceptional match, AJ Styles defeated Chris Jericho in 24:57 by pinfall springboard 450 splash. He makes defense number 2 of his heavyweight title. These two have great chemistry, showing their performance. That's good. Jericho 95, AJ 74. No work improvement. Satina Woodhaven storyline has advanced with a seat because I have put Paul Heyman on the commentary, and he is aligned with and plays an important part of the story with Magnus. So after the match, AJ Styles celebrates victory when Magnus comes out attacking and beating AJ Styles to the mat with 66C+. That's where we end tonight's wrestling show. 76B-. I don't think, increase our popularity in 40 regions, which is good. I don't think we're going to beat the SmackDown show with that. This is Don Simmons, or Dean Malenko. Dean Simmons, better known by his ring name, Dean Malenko, is a retired wrestler. He's best known for his time with ECW, NJPW, WCW, WF. He was a 2-time light heavyweight champion. WCW he was a 1-time United States champion, a 4-time cruiserweight champion, and 1-time world tag team champion with Chris Benoit. In ECW, he was a 2-time television champion, and 1-time tag team champion with Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit was in ECW. What? That's news to me. I didn't know that. There you go. That's Dean Malenko for you guys. But yeah, I think we're doing quite well. We had a great pay-per-view this past weekend. I think that went better than we all thought it would. If you guys thought it was going to be a good one, I didn't really think it was going to go down as well as it did. And now we've got Kent has won himself a match with Sonada. We've got the American Wolves and Jesse fans. Motor City Machine Guns are back. I think we've kind of blown the thing out. So SmackDown last night in 81B with 93A with Daniel Bryan defeating Kane. Yeah, sellout crowd as well. 23.27, which is ridiculous. And then you got TNA Impact, which was also shown on us. Well, the same channel as that in our thingammy, which is where we've got 76B-. I can't complain, but I think what we're going to do next week, Magnus's contract's ending, which is not good. We'll deal with that in a sec. I think what we're going to do next week is, also known as Bobby Roode got some big morale issues, which is not good. Let's negotiate Mr. Magnus. We're going to give you a 10-year contract. Put you down to 0 and put this up a little bit. There we go. What I'm thinking about doing is, I think we're going to move back to Thursday nights next week. So we'll see you on Thursday next week. But thank you for watching. Welcome back. So the good news is we're not going to have to compete with WWE this coming Sunday night at Victory Road, because they've done their show last night. They got 30,456 people, a 1.96 on pay-per-view, a 2.93 on TV, which is not bad. In the pre-show, Brutus Clay defeated Fandango, Kurt Hawkins defeated Sin Cara. There's a hype video involving Brie Bella, Nikki Bella, and Tamina and Layla. The Tamina and Layla defeated the Bella Twins by DQ. Lizio Jackson defeated Santina Morella. AJ Lee and Cameron. AJ Lee defeated Cameron for the Divas title. The Usos defeat 3MB. The Real Americans defeat Gabriel and Kidd, aka Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd. Undertaker and Triple H, Big E Langston. Big E Langston defeat Diego. Oh, does that mean there's 2 PJ Blacks in this game then? Damn. The Shield defeated the White Family. Dean Ambrose defeated Darren Young and R-Truth. Backstage segment, John Cena and Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar defeated Rey Mysterio. Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt. Daniel Bryan defeated Bray Wyatt to retain the world title. 85B main event and 81B overall show. Not a bad show for WWE. That'll be quite an interesting show. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you for TNA Impact, Explosion and Impact, and then Victory Road in just a little bit. Welcome back. This is part 9 of the Saving TNA series we're doing. Yeah, so part 9 is now live. Welcome back. We've got some new signings today. We've had to make up a tag team, and there's the Heavy Hitters. And in about that subpar wrestling, a little heat, the Heavy Hitters defeat Super Smash Bros. In 8:58 when Jeff Cobb defeated Player Un by pinfall. Stupefied 38, Player Un 39, Rhino 48, Jeff Cobb 47. Player Un in Techno, fan favourite and fan favourite, average, above average, and average. So if you don't know who these are the 2 people who are the Dark Order in the AEW. So that's the Dark Order. 47D, not bad. We are in Washington, D.C. tonight at the Bender Arena. In above that subpar wrestling, a little heat, Rebel, Brooke Tessmock and Tony Storm defeat Mickie James, Ember Moon and Aja Kong in 8:39 when Brooke Tessmock defeated Ember Moon by another spinning headlock elbow drop. Aja Kong 49, Ember Moon 56, Mickie James 52, Tony Storm 25, Brooke Tessmock 39 and Rebel 26. Mickie James improving in technical skills, 47D. Not bad. And in about a decent wrestling below heat, Al Hydro, Reigns Mysterio, Pete Dunne, Rockstar Spud and Will Ospreay defeat Sammy DeSoul, Christian York, Adam Cole and Jay Lethal in 8:47. Rockstar Spud defeat Sammy DeSoul by pin of the Tilt World DDT. Lethal 59, Cole 49, York 43, Sammy DeSoul 43, Will Ospreay 57, Spud 50, Pete Dunne 48, Al Hydro, Rey Mysterio 33, Sammy DeSoul in Techno. If you don't know who Sammy DeSoul is, he's better known as Kalisto in WWE. 50D plus, not bad match. Woo! In above that subpar wrestling, non-existent crowd heat, Prince DeVette defeated Knox in 8:05 by from the Brainbuster. Prince DeVette has debuted, he's no gimmick needed, and he's got on a trainer Paul. DeVette 51, Knox 40. No way, Prince. If you don't know who Prince DeVette is, that, my friends, is Finn Balor. And then James Mitchell and Abyss are backstage and like, so we're taking out Willow the Wisp, and now an RVD. Now it's the turn of Bobby Lashley. Has this man got a death wish? He must have to tonight. We take him down too. There's the wrong 2, Josh. 29E. Not the best promo, but in a decent match, Abyss defeated Bobby Lashley in 2023 by from the Black Hole Slam. The injury of Abyss took worked through, but these 2 have great chemistry in their performance. Bobby Lashley 63, Abyss 56, Abyss in performance 62C. That's where we end tonight's edition of Explosion with 57C minus. And I'll see you guys back here in a second. I hope you enjoy that I've moved this up a bit. I thought we'd get a bit of Sonada and the Wolves and Samuel Shaw and Madison Rain. Even though Samuel Shaw is now gone from the company, I do believe. But yeah, we'll see you guys live back here again for the main bulk of the episode, which is of course the impacts. So I'll see you for Impact in a few seconds. It's currently Christmas Day and we're saving TNA. Welcome back to Impact. Hello everybody, welcome back to Impact. We've only got 5,512 people at the Bender Arena. And this is how you know that Shawn Hernandez's death is affecting the company in attendance. That's about it. But in the future, I had decent wrestling, but it'll heat TJ Perkins, T Gray, Matt Sydal defeat Kenny King, Azima Ion, and Crazy Steve in 508. When T Gray, defeat Crazy Steve by from the 450 splash. Sydal in performance and Kenny King in techno. Sydal 58, T Gray 54, TJ Perkins 52, Crazy Steve 40, Azima Ion 49, Kenny King 50. K-I-N-G King! Believe me, that is his entrance in Ring of Honor. Even though Ring of Honor is dead, more or less a dead thing at the moment, yet it still has a great section of guys who are putting on some good matches. In a extremely short match, Best Friends and American Wolves defeat Bad Influence and the Bromez in 5:17 when Trent Beretta defeated Robbie E by pinning the running leg knee high strike. Eddie Edwards 62, David Richards 66, Chuck Taylor 34, Trent Beretta 46, Robbie E 40, Jesse 29, Kazarian 61, Chris Daniel 62, Robbie E improving in Rumble a 58 C-. The entire landscape of Sacrifice changes tonight, by the way. In official IDC Wrestling with Emma Cheat, Alpha Female, Angelina Love and Tara defeat Tillen Dashwood, ODB and Brittany, and Solo 7 Tara defeat Brittany by from the Widow's Peak. Brittany 35, ODB 56, Tillen Dashwood 45, Tara 57, Angelina Love 48, Alpha Female 41, Noah Prince 3 C-. In official ad subpar wrestling, a little heat, Red Dragon and Von Erichs defeated Ink and the Briscoes in 5:16 when Ross Von Erich defeated Jesse Neal by pinfall. Marsh Von Erich 41, Ross Von Erich 39, Kyle O'Reilly 46, Bobby Fish 46, Mark Briscoe 54, Jay Briscoe 56, Jesse Neal 35, Shannon Moore 48, Mark Briscoe in front 50D+. In a picture at DC Wrestling with Emma Cheat, Brian Cage, Drew Galloway, and Ethan Carter III and John Henning defeated Mara Fuji, Keith Lee, Eric Young, and Colt Cabana 6:21 when Drew Galloway defeated Mara Fuji by pinfall Future Shock. Colt Cabana 50, Eric Young 57, Keith Lee 49, Mara Fuji 58, John Henning 68, Ethan Carter III 51, Drew Galloway 52. Brian Cage was the weak link in the match with only a 27, but Eric Young improved in performance. 60C, not bad. Then in the Bavad Diesel Wrestling Member Cheat, Cody Rhodes defeated Shinsuke Nakamura, Kevin Steen, and Rob Terry in 10:39 when Cody Rhodes defeated Rob Terry by pinfall the Beautiful Disaster. Rob Terry 27, Shinsuke Nakamura 61, Kevin Steen 58, Cody Rhodes 70. No work appearance. We will be announcing matches for pay TVs and stuff now because I want to see if that kind of helps us with attendance and stuff. And then pretty sure I had decent wrestling with Number Cheat, Mostly Machine Guns defeat Mustache Man 7:39 when Alex Shelley defeat 27 by the under snap STO. Tyler Bay 36, 27:37, Chris Sabin 62, Alex Shelley 80-68. Sabin in performance. Tyler Bates was really off his game. That guy did good work at ringside. 59C. So, next week on TNA Impact, I will announce this match now because I know I'm going to be doing this one. We're going to have a huge, huge main event following the sacrifice matches. I'm going to announce it now. No matter who wins a sacrifice, this match will be going ahead. So, in it, you're going to have a steel cage match. Inside that cage, you're going to have AJ Styles, Dwayne Johnson, and Samoa Joe. They will be facing the team of Chris Jericho, Dave Bautista, and of course, Magnus. That is your main event of TNA Impact next fucking week. You don't want to miss that. 59C. And we open up the night with Paul Heyman, 68C plus on Paul, and he's like, my name is Paul Heyman, and my client has some messages for the TNA World Heavyweight Champion before this Sunday's sacrifice. He has a rematch, and he's going to beat you, and he'll become the TNA World Champion. You see, AJ, you might be the face that runs this place, and you have been for over 10 years, but my client is going to prove for AJ Styles' time is done, and there's no more for you to be on the top. So AJ Styles, be prepared for this Sunday when we beat you. A beautiful promo from Paul Heyman and Magnus there, 68C plus. It will get better. In a decent match, Roderick Strong defeated Matt Hardy in 8:17 by pinfall the Gibson Diver. Roderick Strong and Matt Hardy don't seem to click, but Roderick Strong got a 53, Matt Hardy 58. Hardy in performance, 59C. Nice little match. In a decent match, Gunnar defeated Eli Drake in 8:07 by pinfall the F5. Eli Drake 52, Gunnar 54. Noah Chris 56C-. And then after the match, Gunnar was celebrating his victory, celebrating when Wildcat and Storm hit the ring. Americans Most Wanted is back, baby. And then Paul Heyman comes out and he shakes the hand of AMW. And then Murphy hits the ring and taking them all out. There is a bing and the light flash and the general manager at the Nominous War 40 figures back again. Paul Heyman helps Storm. Chris Harris debuted Cowboy, very good. Paul Heyman out Chris Harris. Murphy, Davies badass below average. Storm versus Gunner storyline advanced with second velocity. And he got 46D because he's a main eventer. He's an upper mid carder. He's an opener, and he's an enrichment talent. But I don't care. I have word from the enormous TNA president that this Sunday night it will be America's Most Wanted versus Gunner and Murphy. And my friends, we have not, I forgot to mention this, it is going to still be a Falls Count Anywhere tag team match. Now I'm going to make it regular because I have checked that Murphy and, Chris Harris and Murphy will complain at me going, you need to put me in a match with small suited my fucking scales, thank you. Like they always do, which is ridiculous. This one's not brawl based either, so yes, we'd have a problem with everybody on that one. So yes, it's going to be a Falls Count Anywhere match, and I am stoked. When I saw Chris Harris on the, remember we brought him in for that one night indie deal. My little brain started clicking because I didn't want to bring beer money back because I got plans for Bobby Roode, and everything's going forever. Where is this match? So my little head was clicking after that recording. I was thinking, how can I bring Gunner? How can I bring AMW back? And then it hit me. There you go. So yeah, see, Chris Harris is an opener, and Gunner and Murphy is an upcurler and a Richmond talent. But there's your match: Gunner versus Murphy, America's Most Wanted versus Gunner and Murphy, Falls Count Anywhere regular. You thought they'd see that on in May of 2014 in TNA. Not sure why Paul Ellering was in the angle. It was meant to be Paul Heyman. And I just noticed that. Places Steve, well, he's not going to complain he went on screen. Then Ted DiBiase's backstage getting out of his limo, and he's like, we have arrived, and this means one thing. We're going to take over. How could TNA have the 50,000 tournament and welcome us? They tried, so we're going to build up to it. My son, build up to it. My son, build up my son, and next year he will win. So we're coming out there to kick ass. Legend gimmick above average, family legacy gimmick poor. No 1.66C plus. And then about a decent wrestling cheat, Ted DiBiase Jr. defeated Doug Williams in 6:31 by pin of the Dream Street. Doug Williams 52, Ted DiBiase Jr. 52. These two don't click, but Ted DiBiase seems to do some good work ringside. And Ted DiBiase Jr. improving in performance, 54C minus. Then Jeremy Bosch is like, welcome back to Impact and join me now, James Mitchell and Awesome Kong. And James is like, Madison Rain, you think you're prepared for Awesome Kong? Have you been watching Explosion every week? I am James Mitchell. I bring the worst down people. I bring out their monsters. Awesome Kong is a new monster, and this Sunday is going to be your funeral when we destroy you. 39D minus. Sacrifice is time hot up to be a great. Join us on the pre-show of Sacrifice. I know you will anyway, because you ain't got no choice because I will record. But James Mitchell, Paul Ellering, Paul Heyman, and all the other good managers will be taking over from Don West on the YouTube pre-show of Sacrifice. So don't want to miss that. That's going to be awesome. In about a decent wrestling, but Heat, Phoenix, Mark Haskins, Xavier Jr. and Sonada defeated Kenta, Brian Kendrick, Loki, and Pentagon Jr. 742. When Phoenix defeated Pentagon Jr. by pin of the Meteora. Sonada 43, Zack Sabre Jr. 50, Mark Haskins 49, Phoenix 44, Pentagon Jr. 43, Loki 61, Brian Kendrick 47, and Kenta 63. Kendrick in performance. So these two are here on a one nightly deal from CMML, but will be brought in more permanently. We are in the nation's capital. What I am going to do is announce the pre-show match, one of our many pre-show matches, but we have got a couple of pre-show matches with Sacrifice next coming week, which will be the beautiful people will be in action, and they will be facing Hardcore Country and ODB. TNA Wrestling have announced that they will be bringing back the Women's Knockouts division. Also on the pre-show, we're going to have a X Division match, of course, as we always do, and that X Division match will be featuring. We'll have next up. These are the two pre-show matches. All the other matches will be booked on the fly, like I always bloody do. I book quite a lot of shit on the fly, and that's how these things work. But that match will be featuring Christian York, Mark Haskins, Tna. So those are three what are going to be in that one. Going up against Crazy Steve, El Hijo de Rey Mysterio, and Pete Dunne. So that's your X Division pre-show match. You've got your women's and your pre-show match. I will be looking at bringing in the women's knockouts women's division. I have plans. You'll just see me too. Sonada 43, Zack Sabre Jr. 50, Haskins 49, Phoenix 44, Junior 43, Loki 61, Brian Kendrick 47, and Kenta 63. Brian Kendrick in performance 57 C-. Nice little match. Then the Bromans are backstage and like, it is here. This Sunday night live on pay-per-view, the Full Metal Mayhem match. And this is going to be the time to shine. We will gain the world titles in this match and prove why we are the best tag team in TNA. And just like this is a war you can't win, and you indie darlings are going down this Sunday night. 44D, not bad. In about a decent wrestling review, the Silent Rage defeat Generation Mean 816 when Bram defeated Max Book by from the Velvet Noise after Paul Ellering interfered. Paul Ellering did some good work at ringside. German Book 64, Max Book 55, My Score 45, Bram 48. No work in 61C. Not the best match, but there we go. In a bad decent wrestling match, Tone to our Madison Rain defeat also Coleman Gail Kim in 742, and Madison Rain defeat Gail Kim by pin for the Shining Yakuza kick. Madison Rain 56, Terran 12 36, Gail Kim 60, Awesome Kong 44, Terran in Rumble 55C-. A video plays hyping up Sonada versus Kenta this Sunday night. Because I didn't want to do another promo by Kenta, I wanted Sonada to do a promo, then I realised I could speak English, so we're doing a little hype package. Jericho on screen, that's not an issue, got 78B. Last week I failed to beat AJ Styles. I'm not going anywhere, so my time is soon. Tonight, me and Magnus will join forces, so it's Davies facing AJ tonight. Samoa Joe, this Sunday night is 30 minutes of how and when I destroy you. I'm going to say this now. I'm going into the Golden Rumble at Slammiversary, and I will eliminate the other 30 competitors, and I will face AJ Styles at Bound for Glory. So, we are going to be doing... DGZ, I need to deal with that. A Golden Rumble. You may know the Golden Rumble from my other series, What's Happened at Slammiversary. The winner of that goes on into Bound for Glory and faces the World Champion of Bound for Glory, but it's not going to come into the TNA series. But this year's Golden Rumble is going to be very different. It will feature X Division stars, it will feature the Knockouts Division. Anybody and everyone can go in it. There's 30 spots. So be warned, anyone might show up. 78B, beautiful. In about that good heat and good wrestling, decent wrestling, Bobby Roode defeated Mr. Anderson 816 by the payoff. Mr. Anderson 61, Bobby Roode 66. Roode in performance 68C+. In exception match, Samoa Joe and Dwayne Johnson defeated Magnus and Chris Jericho. In 814, when Dwayne Johnson defeated Chris Jericho by pin on the rock bottom. Dwayne Johnson 82, Samoa Joe 78, Chris Jericho 88, and Magnus 63. No equivalents, Magnus Sweetly still good performance. 71C+. And Dwayne Johnson comes the best promo of his life. I just kicked some candy ass tonight, and Dave, I hope you was watching because that will be you this Sunday night. So Ricardo, are you ready for this match? If you smell what The Rock is cooking, and Vince sue my ass, I am The Rock and I will be The Rock in TNA. So yes, he's going to be The Rock from now on, and he's held Vince to sue his ass. In about it, great wrestling in good heat, Will the Wisp, Rob Van Dam, Austin Aries, and Bully Ray defeated Bully Ray, Elias Samson, James Storm, and MVP in 755, and Austin Aries defeated James Storm by the 450 splash. Austin Aries 77, Rob Van Dam 74, Willow the Wisp 78, Sting 73, MVP 65, James Storm 61, Elias 66, Bully Ray 76, James Storm flying, and Willow the Wisp in performance 73B-. The video plays hyping up Dave Bautista versus AJ Styles in the main event of the evening. In a battle superb wrestling and great heat, Dave Bautista defeated AJ Styles in 20 minutes 02 when AJ Styles was counting out fighting Magnus at ringside. Dave Bautista 70, AJ Styles 84. TNA World Heavyweight title at the storyline advanced the segment and gained heat. 82B+. And then Dave Bautista celebrates victory in the ring when Jane Johnson runs in attacking, beating Bautista down to the mat. That's a 78B. That's where we end tonight's show, my friends. The final rating was a 78B. Let's head forward and find out how WWE did. My throat has been tied up since I woke up from going back to sleep. And no matter how much fucking juice I drink, I'm still struggling. Cutthroat Josh Cody's American wrestler says more work who's classified as using a cruiserweight stuff. Well, he was very easy to read, wasn't he? I normally get... Game, can you give me a decent person to read about when we record and we do this? Yeah, I'm frozen this time. I'm still recording. Yeah, I think that was a good show. I really did. I knew where the show... You see, many of the YouTubers I watch do their main event and work backwards. I kind of know where I'm going. I don't put my main event in, but I kind of know that I wanted Dave Batista versus AJ Styles. The world title was on the line. I wanted AJ Styles to get counted up by fighting Magnus ringside. So Dave Batista gets the win, so then The Rock can come in and attack him. You know, kind of closing out our two biggest storylines at the moment in the company. And I think we pulled that off pretty well. I think that was a very different ending to how we normally end it. You know, normally AJ Styles gets attacked after the match, and that's how I normally book them. But instead, this was a bit different. I think it worked. A lot of people's contracts were coming to an end, so I've had to do some hiring. I need to get a few more faces in the company, but I want some bigger names. I don't want any more indie darlings. But we're processing all these contracts as progress. We can see Attack Beyond, TNA, GFW, WXW, processing AI hirings, processing Guerrillas have got some hirings, obviously. But yeah, I really am enjoying this series, and I think the storylines we've got are so diverse and so different to what anything else I've been doing with this game, you know, for the last few weeks, because everything else seems to be a bit similar. But this seems to be so different because I've kind of gone... Yeah, so I've kind of done this because we had PJ Black, but then it was another PJ Black I imported. Because actually his name's Paul Lloyd Jr., so that way he's then going to be high buys. I know it sounds a bit corny, but that way we can still have Paul Lloyd Jr. on our tag. In our X division. But yeah, so SmackDown did better than us last night with Brock Lesnar. They did a 79B. Kofi defeated R-Truth and 3MB2, which of course won't be Drew Galloway. That was Jinder Mahal and Heath Miller. Damon Sandow defeated Fandango. Roman Reigns defeated Eric Rowan. John Cena and Brock Lesnar. Summer Rae and Natalia. Natalia defeated Summer Rae. Mark Henry defeated Brock Lesnar by count out. Interesting. And then there's us, 78B plus. Quite surprised actually because CMML had a show last night. Oh no, they're not from CMML, are they? No, they're from... Oh, I know where they're from now. Ray Phoenix and yeah, they're from AAA. But they are coming back. Don't bloody worry. They're not like it wasn't like they weren't active in America, so I kind of hired them via the AAA deal to kind of get them on board, so I could kind of use them more often. And now I've done that, that's what we'll do. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode so far. We've got one more bit to it. And then the other episode 3 will come out on Christmas, Boxing Day, not Christmas time. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll bring that out on Boxing Day, so you ain't got too much today. But yes, we've got Sacrifice this coming Sunday night. We've got 4 days to wait. I'll see you in 4 days' time with the biggest pay-per-view of TNA's career. Oh, emails are opening. Thank you for joining us on the pre-show tonight. Welcome to TNA Wrestling. Welcome to Sacrifice. So a few things have been announced. We've got 11,709 people at the Sears Centre tonight, which I don't think is a sold-out crowd. TNA Wrestling have announced that Explosion, as of this week, will only feature X Division and Knockout wrestlers. Those wrestlers will no longer be a part of the main roster show, TNA Impact, but they will have their own unique show. There'll be another announcement over at the top of the show about Explosion, which I'll let Mike Tenay do in his little piece, because I'm not going to spoil that for him, because he'll get grumpy with me. But yeah, that's going to be going forward. So the way Explosion will work now is it's going to be just X Division and Knockouts. The X Division and Knockouts will have their own unique storylines. There is also a new belt coming back for the Knockouts division. Each one of those wrestlers will be a part of the unique feel of TNA Wrestling. I will not be bringing in any X Division tag titles or anything like that because it will be too many belts, especially with what I introduced tonight already, because I've already got too many belts. So the X Division will just be the load of singles wrestlers competing. But yeah, so that will be for Explosion only. So Explosion will probably have pre-show featuring the Knockouts and X Division before the Explosion tapings. But anyway, enough about Explosion. That's been explained. Also, TNA Wrestling have announced after this show tonight, all pay-per-views will go to 4 hours long, and all one night onlys are going to be 3 hours. That's a decision been made by me. In a pre-show battle, Subpar Wrestling Little Heat, Super Smash Bros. And Mustache Man defeat the Briscoes and the Heavy Hitters in 7:39. When Player Doz defeat Jeff Cobb by the inverted crucifix powerbomb. Tyler Bate 38, Trent 7:39, Player Doz 41, Player 37, Rhino 49, Jeff Cobb 48, Mark Briscoe 53, Jay Briscoe 54, Noah Prince 49D+. In a pre-show battle, had Subpar Wrestling and Little Heat, Crazy Steve, Al Hijo, Del Rey Mysterio, and Pete Dunne defeat Tigre Uno, Mark Haskins, and Christian York in 8:10. When Al Hijo defeat Rey Mysterio defeat Christian York by the Springboard Hurricanrana. York 41, Haskins 53, Tigre Uno 56, Dunne 52, Al Hijo de Rey Mysterio 36, Crazy Steve 42, Mark Haskins in performance 52D+. In the pre-show, Subpar Wrestling and non-existent crowd, Heat Inc. defeat Best Friend in 6:23 when Jesse Neal defeat Chuck Taylor by the spear. Chuck Taylor 45, Trent Barretta 51, Jesse Neal 37, Shannon Moore 46. Trent Barretta and Chuck Taylor showed up from stream together, which is nice. Jesse Neal and Rumble 50D+. Thank you for that. We don't need to know about injuries. We just need to get on with the show. Come on. Oh, great. It's been a little nuisance. Come on, thank you. In a pre-show about DCS in Little Heat, Rob Terry, Prince Devet, Marufuji, Keith Lee, and Yoshi Tohatsu defeat Drew Galloway, Knox, Shinsuke Nakamura, Ted DiBiase Jr., Matt Hardy in 7:55 when Keith Lee defeated Knox by the Power Slam. Let's have a look what we got. Yoshi Tohatsu 44, Lee 48, Marufuji 58, and Prince Devet 55, Terry 28, Matt Hardy 62, Ted DiBiase Jr. 55. Shinsuke Nakamura 61, Knox 42, Drew Galloway 53, Ted DiBiase Jr. in performance, Knox in Rumble, Matt Hardy in performance, and Shinsuke in flying, a 57 C-. Nice. Let's move on. Which I don't think is going to happen. Oh, yes, it is. In the future, Terror Wrestling non-existent crowd heat, the Blossom Twins and Can and Lou Fitz 2 defeat Maiden Sin and Epidemic in 6:14 when Hannah Blossom defeated Taylor Made by from the Blossom film. Hannah Blossom debuted a fan favourite, above average, fan favourite, below average, shooter gimmick, below average, badass, above average, arrogant heel, below average, Taylor Made, arrogant heel, above average, May Yim, arrogant heel, above average, and Levi Bates, arrogant heel, very good. Lua Masu 49, Khan 51, Holly Blossom 26, Hannah Blossom 22, Levi Bates 35, May Yim 39, Taylor Made 24, and Alicia Kane 35. Levi Bates in technique, Lua Masu in performance, Taylor Made in performance, Hannah Blossom in techno and performance. Nice! This is going to hint to a match in the main show, and all of this will make sense a bit later on. And also kind of explain my final decision on the Knockouts division. Annex division. In the pre-show about Great Wrestling and Good Heat, Austin Aries, Mr. Anderson, Rob Van Dam, Sting, and Willow the Wisp defeat Bobby Roode, Bully Ray, Cody Rhodes, Elias Sampson, and John Henning in 8:13 when Willow Lewis defeat Bobby Roode by the Swanton Bomb. Hence why I'm moving the shows to 4 hours so that these sort of wrestlers don't get lumped on the pre-show. Willow Wisp 76, Sting 78, RVD 74, Anderson 59, Austin Aries 77, John Henning 70, Elias Sampson 67, Cody Rhodes 75, Bully Ray 75, Bobby Roode 66. Bully Ray in performance and Bobby Roode in performance 73B-. Beautiful. Mr. Anderson sustained a fully ruptured biceps tendon. Elias Sampson got some heat backstage after the bout as it was felt that his mistake caused him to get hurt. Oh, great. More shit we're going to have to deal with. In the pre-show, DCS in Below Heat, Pentagon Jr., PJ Black, Rockstar Spud, and TJ Perkins defeat Zack Sabre Jr., Sammy DeSoul, Matt Sydal, and JD from 7:48. When Pentagon Jr. defeated Sammy DeSoul by the Top Rope Stars Clash. During the match, we also had TJ Perkins turn on Lethal. Lethal 60, Matt Sydal 59, Sammy DeSoul 44, Zack Sabre Jr. 55, TJ Perkins 47, Spud 54, Black 57, and Pentagon Jr. 46. Let's complete that for him. There we go. Pentagon Jr. in performance, Rockstar Spud in performance, and Zack Sabre Jr. in performance 54C-. Beautiful. And now, on with the main show. Tonight. Oh, we're not doing tonight, are we? Okay, sorry. I'll say tonight because that will get me ready to go. What are you willing to sacrifice to reach the top? Are you willing to bleed or lose your life? Tonight, these men and women risk their lives as their as their sacrifice it all to be the best wrestler in TNA wrestling. And will they become champions or leave on a stretcher? This is what they might have to sacrifice tonight. And now TNA Wrestling and Direct Insurance presents TNA's Sacrifice. So why they're saying this promo, we cut to images of all the storylines, you know, that are on screen, like Dave Bautista and AJ Styles and what they've already gone through prior to this show. We cut to the Sears Centre, we see fireworks go off on the stage, and we see the tag titles hanging up high above the ring, and the fans are waving signs. And Mike's like, welcome to Sacrifice. This place is hosted Bound for Glory, and an Impact episode in tonight place hosts some more TNA history with Sacrifice. Now, before we begin, tonight TNA have asked us to tell you this week's explosion will be 90 minutes long and won't feature only X Division and knockout matches. With me, Taz and Don. And Taz's like, that is a huge decision for the Novice president, giving the X Division knockouts their own show. And Don's like, well, me and Mike will have our work cut out, and we will tonight. And the first is the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Titles match. We are bringing back the Knockouts Tag Division. This is why I said I'm not making an X Division Tag Titles, even though it's tempting to bring in, because I could move Jeremy Mack's book over, which is very tempting at the moment, the way the Tag Division is bringing, you know, making out Shelley Chris Sabin back into... Oh. God, shall I do it? Shall I make a TNA X Division title as well? Tag titles. We are going 4 hours, and it makes sense. I might do that after Summerversary. I don't know. I might do it for Summerversary, actually. We'll have a look. See what I can do. In above that, Subpar Wrestling, a little heat. Sexy Purple Sisters defeat 3G Canadian Ninjas and the Beautiful Sisters in 951. The order of elimination was 3G first, then Canadian Ninjas, finally the Beautiful People. Sexy Purple Thunder Sisters are now the TNA Knockout Tag Team Champions. Killer Stark, Fun Babyface above average. Tna Episoed, old school face average. The injury that she worked through took a big toll on her. Nicole Matthews, Arrogant Heel, very good. Arrogant Heel, great. Ari Shai, Joshi Wrestler, great. Mio Shura, underrated, great. Let's have a look at their Tamanaku Nagura 32, Kelly Skater 38, Porto Perez 46, Nicole Matthews 40, Mio Shirai 31, Io Shirai 32, Bubba Guy 55, and Angelina Love 48. No Work Burns 46D. The Knockouts division is back. Every single women's wrestler you have seen tonight have not been thrown together and given weird names. Every single one of these are either from Shine, Shimmer, or Stardom, and so for the Beautiful People, and they are a part of the tag division, and they are female tag wrestlers permanently already. That is how I've made that decision, and I've now decided we are going to have a TNA X Division tag titles. I will make a decision on who's going to be in it, because I want to keep some of the Wolves and that on the main tag division. There's not going to be weight limit for that, but there will be for them. In above that, Subpar Wrestling, a little heat. Ethan Carter the third defeat Brian Cage, Doug Williams, and Colt Cabana in 1027. EC3 defeat Brian Cage by putting the Sweet Meat Sizzler. Ethan Carter the third wins the TNA United States Championship. Brian Cage 29, Doug Williams 58, Ethan Carter the third 53, Colt Cabana 50. So if I do that, there'll be the World Heavyweight title, the X Division, the Knockouts tag, the Knockouts, the TNA X Division tag titles, which I want to bring in now, the United States and the Economy. That will be 8 titles. 7 titles? Yeah, that's not too bad. And then we've also got the tournament titles as well. You'll see what I mean about the Intercontinental in a bit. Is the game going to work? The answer to that question is yes. In about that decent wrestling, Run Machine Generation, Me and Red Dragon defeat mostly Machine Guns and Bad Influence in 1018, when Max Buck defeated Kazarian by putting the Moonsault. Kazarian informs Bobby Fish in performance. Kyle O'Reilly 48, Bobby Fish 48, Jeremy Buck 56, Max Buck 49, Kazarian 61, Chris Stang 65, Chris Sabin 57, Alex Shelley 61. Kazarian in performance and Bobby Fish in performance. See, I think you could put Bobby Fish and Red Dragon in there, Generation Me, Most Machine Guns, and Bad Influence. I think they're all in that lightweight class, and I think that'll be great for them. And it'll also give them something to do more than just be tag team faces. In above it, Subpar Wrestling, a little heat. The Silent Rage defeated Von Erichs in 1010, when Bram defeated Marshall Von Erich by pin of the curb stomp after Paul Amy interfered. Marshall Von Erich 42, Ross Von Erich 45, Mike Skull 46, Bram 47, Noah Crohn's 49D+. I had to give the Silent Rage a match. In a decent match, Eli Drake defeated Eric Young in 749 by pinfall. Eric Young 56, Eli Drake 50, Noah Crohn's 57C-. What we got next? In above a decent wrestling on sheet, Sonada defeat Kenta in 11:15 by the German suplex. Sonada makes defense number 1 of his TNA X Division title. Kenta 62, Sonada 47, no work improvements. Kenneth sustained an open uleon fracture. Ew. I'm not going to Google off these because I've read some of these and they're disgusting and terrifying as well when you actually Google them and look into them. Oh, for God's sakes, can we stop doing this game? Thank you. In about their decent wrestling middle heat, Alpha Female, Brooke Tessmark, Daphne, Gail, Kim, and Tara defeat ODP, Mickey James, Hirayu, Masha Mutu, Barbie Blank, and Archie Kong in 7-7. Alpha Female defeated High Masha 2 by from the Omega Slam. I'm not going to go through their debut gimmicks. Archie Kong 50, Barbie Blank 40, Hooray Masha 2 45, Mickey James 50, ODB 56, Tara 58, Gail Kim 59, Daphne 41, Brooke Tessmark 41, now Female 44. Gail Kim performs. Daphne is back, and welcome to TNA Knockouts Division. Barbie Blank and Hirayu Mashimutu, who are both, she's working for Stardom, so welcome to the roster. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Barbie Blank, for joining. In about that Subpar Wrestling, a little heat, Gunnar and Murphy defeat America's Most Wanted in the Fourth Category match in 10-16, when Murphy defeat Chris Harris by pinfall the Al Crucifo. James Storm 62, Chris Harris 38, Murphy 26, Gunnar 54. Noah Grimps, Paul Heyman did some good work at ringside, 52D+. Got Paul Heyman's managing America's Most Wanted. In a decent match, Abyss defeated Kevin Steen, Roderick Strong, and Bobby Lashley in 10-24, when Abyss defeated Roderick Strong by pinfall Black Hole Slammy Beaks, defense number 1 of the Intercontinental title. So, for some reason, when I activated the title, which is the former TNA television title, they put the belt straight on Abyss. So I've gone, okay, you want the belt on Abyss? That's fine. Abyss won the title belt at a house show on Friday, or whenever the last house show was, and he was then told he was got to defend it tonight. Lashley 57, Steen 60, Roderick Strong 62, Abyss 56, Noah Crow 64C. Nice little match. In the Bravo Decent Wrestling Below Heat, Phoenix, Amazing Red, Al Ligero, and Adam Cole defeated Brian Kendrick, Kenny King, Loki, and Will Ospreay in 8-15. When Amazing Red defeated Will Ospreay by pinfall the Hurricane Rana driver. Phoenix Classic Technical rating above average, fan favourite gimmick below average. Adam Cole 50, Alligator 41, Amazing Red 41, Phoenix 47, Ospreay 57, Loki 62, Kenny King 57, and Brian Kendrick 47. Kendrick and Will Ospreay both improving in performance, 56C minus. They had to put another X Division match on. In about that decent wrestling, but don't retreat, American Wolves defeated Bromez in a TLC match, aka Full Metal Mayhem, in 15-25 when Davey Richards retrieved the item. Americans will make defense number 2 of their TNA World Tag Team titles. Robbie E 40, Jesse 31, Eddie Wood 68, Dave Richards 69, Noah Crone 63C. Beautifully done. In about that decent wrestling, Awesome Kong defeated Madison Rain in 11:50 by the Seattle Powerbomb after James Mitchell interfered. Amazing Kong makes defense. Awesome Kong, makes defense number 3 of the TNA Knockouts title. Madison Rain 53, Awesome Kong 43, Noah Cruz 53C minus. Not a bad match actually. In an exceptional match, Dave Bautista defeated The Rock in 14:45 by pinfall the Batista Bomb. The Rock 82, Dave Bautista 71, Noah Grimps 81B. Now we're getting into the swing of things. In about Superb Wrestling and Great Heat, Samoa Joe defeated Chris Jericho in an Iron Man match, 30-minute Iron Man match by 3 falls to 1. It's Chris Jericho 88, Samoa Joe 76, Noah Grimps 80B, and I know our main event's going to stink after those 2 matches. And in fact, it didn't. In about that Great Wrestling and Good Heat, AJ Styles defeated Magnus in 24:49 by pinfall the Superstars Clash. AJ Styles makes defense number 4 of his TNA World Heavyweight title. Magnus 62, AJ Styles 84. Magnus improving performance. Paul Heyman did some good work on inside. After the match, Magnus lost. Paul Heyman orders Magnus to attack AJ Styles, which he does, and that is how we close out this amazing 3-hour.75 pay-per-view. Next month will probably be 5-hour pay-per-view, because I never booked a standard. But yeah, 78V, that was beautifully done. Well done, TNA. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for watching this great show. I hope you guys enjoyed Sacrifice, and join me tomorrow on Boxing Day to witness episode number 3 of this great Christmas special. We were going to do another episode, but this is going to be bloody long as it is. So I'll see you Boxing Day for another edition of TNA Wrestling, saving TNA.